There are a lot of players who come into football and get all the support and love they need. Whether it's the excitement to see raw talents grow and develop into something special, or the special feeling that they give fans at their first time of playing. Some players are adored no matter what. But for every adored player, there is an equally hated footballer in the balance of football. Luckily, football is a game of second chances, and hated players can enjoy all the love in an instant. Today, we look at 5 players who have grown from zero to hero. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell for our latest video. Number 1. Ousmane Dembele. Ousmane Dembele lit the footballing world with his electric pace and magnificent dribbling during his time at Dortmund. After a brilliant first season, Barcelona came looking for the forward and completed a deal worth £112.5 million for the talented winger. Many fans thought he'd dominate the world stage, but he never lived up to his superstar expectations. Plagued with injuries and inconsistent performances, Dembele became the #1 villain in Barcelona. At the height of his Barcelona troubles, Dembele failed to turn up for a training session, and the club took an executive decision to transfer the player immediately. He had proved to be a colossal failure. But at the last minute, Xavi gave him a chance and the Frenchman turned a corner. His injury troubles were behind him, and he ended the 2021-2022 La Liga season with the highest number of assists in the league. Dembele signed a new contract and his performances continue to soar. He's currently a fan favourite and even one of the most informed wingers in the world football. And there's optimism he might just fulfil his promise as a star footballer. Number 2. Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford had a terrible last season. Before the season began, he missed a crucial penalty against Italy in the Euros final and was never the same. The Manchester United star was short of confidence. He couldn't dribble, couldn't shoot, couldn't cross, or even pick the right passes. In the 2021-2022 season, Marcus Rashford managed only 5 goals. That was the lowest of lows, and some Manchester United fans wanted him gone from the club. Rashford received backlash from the fans, media and everyone. Then it took its toll on his mental health. But at the end of this negativity was some superstar magic, and Rashford is now back delivering 5-star performances. He's had over 23 goal contributions all season, placing him among the best players in the world. For the full story on Rashford's road to superstardom, click on the link above. Rashford's World Cup performance earned him even more admirers, and the Rashford doubters became believers. Well, Rashford isn't the only player welcoming new fanfare. Number 3. Vinicius Jr. After Cristiano Ronaldo left Real Madrid, the club went on a shopping spree to recruit players to fill Ronaldo's big boots. For a player who scored over 400 goals in 9 years, getting a replacement was always going to be difficult, and Vinicius Jr. found that out firsthand. For his first 3 seasons, Vinicius Jr. struggled miserably, and Real Madrid fans weren't patient at all. They rained heavily on Vinicius Jr. Being a die-hard Barcelona fan and a player in poor form and one without goal-scoring end product, Vinicius Jr. gave Real Madrid fans a healthy amount of material to hate him with. But the gods of football favoured Vinicius Jr. and in the 2021-2022 season, he had his best season yet with over 40 goals and assists all season. To crown his return to form up, Vinicius Jr. scored the winning goal as Real Madrid lifted their 14th Champions League title. Everyone hopped on the Vinicius hype train and are surely enjoying the ride now. Number 4. Granit Xhaka. Colossal at his best, but rash at his worst. Granit Xhaka was the most hated player at Arsenal at one point. He wasn't exactly a fan favourite, but he was not hated either. But whatever relationship he had with the fans went down the drain after he responded to a barrage of abuse with a simple off. when the team gave away a 2-0 lead against Crystal Palace. After directly insulting the supporters, Granit Xhaka had crossed a line no one crosses. Granit Xhaka was stripped of his captaincy and placed on the transfer hot list. There was no way back from Granit Xhaka. Or was there? Mikel Arteta had other ideas. He believed that the relationship with Xhaka and the fans could be mended with just the right performance. He placed Xhaka in an advanced midfield role and helped Xhaka give the fans the perfect apology. Granit Xhaka has now become a prominent part of Arsenal's title charge this season, giving more assists than he has in 2 years. Also, his relationship with the fans now seems to be repaired as Xhaka continues to deliver wonderful performances. It's been so good for Xhaka lately, and he even has his chance. That's the peak of fan support for any player. Number 5. Eder. If there's ever an example of how football careers can change in an instant, this is it. In Euro 2016, Cristiano Ronaldo, who dragged Portugal to the final, was injured in the first half, and Portugal lost every chance of winning against a star-studded French team. Portugal conceded lots of chances, and it seemed like a matter of time before France broke the Portuguese resistance. The match dragged on to extra time, and in a desperate move, Fernando Santos played his trump card. Enter Eder Lobs in the Euro 2016 final. Eder had played 13 minutes all throughout the tournament, and the final appearance was his third in the competition. We sure Santos placed him there as a mere formality, but in the most cinematic footballing moments, Eder received a pass outside the box and drilled a well-placed shot past Hugo Lloris. The magical goal by Eder won Portugal their first international trophy and opened up the gates for a golden generation of Portuguese footballers. Eder's goal was once again the perfect example of how a single moment could change a player's career, and how things probably never go according to plan in the circle of elite football. Anyway, that's all folks. Those were 5 football stars who went from zero to hero as their careers progressed. Did you enjoy this video? Let us hear your thoughts below. Did you think some players deserve the hate they get? Check out the biggest transfer flops in this video. Until next time.